Hello Internet, my name is Taliesin.
And I'm Evitel.
And this is a very special video today because we are predicting Midnight.
Well, Midnight is happening, but we're predicting what is happening.
That was my first prediction.
In Midnight.
That was my banker. That was my free square.
Oh.
It's called Midnight, everyone. On Tuesday, the announcement will happen and we will know everything about the expansion. But you don't have to wait that long, because by the end of this video, you will know everything about the next expansion, because I'm going to predict it right now in the internet-friendly form of a bingo card, and then for our podcast at Gamescom, we can go through it and tick off and see how much I got right, i.e. all of it.
Not to be missed.
Man, that's going to be so much fun, but that's for the future. Here's the thing, because all of these are my predictions, and at the end, I'm going to let you choose a line, which will be your line, and if the bingo happens, then you're the winner.
My
and you
line?
get all the credit.
I can't wait. I can't wait to be right.
And at the end of the video, we're going to invite you to choose a line as well. Put it in the comments. And if any line does get a bingo, we will pick one of the people that chose that line and we will give them a prize.
What's the prize?
I haven't thought of that. I've already predicted the entire expansion. You can't expect me to predict the prize as well.
Okay, that's our next
task. Started.
Let's go.
Prediction number 1. That jailer leak that everyone's seen is a fake. When the cinematic starts, okay, on Tuesday, if it starts with a picture of the jailer and it says Blizzard Presents, you know that quite a lot of this is already wrong, this bingo card.
I know.
What do you think about that?
Okay, so when I initially saw it, I rolled my eyes like everyone. Mm-hmm. But now, part of me thinks it could be real. I actually think it could be real, because just think of the low. It would be the lowest low, seeing the jailer on screen. But then, the absolute highest high, moving on from that. So I almost feel... like Blizz could pull it off. You think they want
to set the bar low?
Yeah, I think they do.
Wait. So you don't think she's even going to do anything with him? You think she'll appear and be like, we don't need you, push him over and go,
literally.
fun.
Yeah. Like, he's literally just there as like, as a meme, as a joke. And she literally just like kicks him out of frame with her feet. With her bare feet.
Maybe it's to remind you that he's still dead. It's like, don't worry, he's still dead.
He's still dead.
Okay, we're talking about how good it would be, but I don't think it's going to be true, okay?
No,
so, there we go.
It's fake.
Let's talk about the trailer then. I don't think it's going to open with the jailer's husk. I think that the trailer to Midnight will be something like what I'm calling Dark Heart Barocca.
Please elaborate.
Okay, so I think that the trailer is basically going to be the Void arriving on the Isle of Keldanas. Okay, where the Sunwell is. Okay. Right? So I don't think there's going to be any build-up or anything like that. I think they're just going to flat out arrive. Xalatath is going to be there. She's got the Dark Heart, okay? And the Void will come down. They're all like, explosions and bad stuff, and the Blood Elves, the Sentinels and stuff, they're like, oh no, stop them! Okay, and the reason I call it Dark Heart Barocca is because then Xalatath goes up to the Sunwell, all glowy and nice and stuff, and she's got a Dark Heart, and it's all like, it's got Dimensius inside, and like all this other energy and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And she's like, nice Sunwell. Would be a shame if someone were to corrupt it, and throws the Dark Heart in it, and it goes and becomes like, voidy Sunwell. Voidwell. It's the Voidwell.
The Voidwell. Okay, but for those who don't know what a Barocca is, please elaborate on what that is.
Please Google it, okay? I don't have time.
So it's like she's dropping the Dark Heart in it, and it like fizzes up.
Yeah. And turns it all voidy.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, and then she drinks it and cures her hangover.
Okay, I do think it's something to do with the Sunwell, for sure.
There's going to be lots of fighting, lots of explosions, lots of poor blood elves dying. And I'm afraid another prediction for the trailer, therefore, is poor old Haldoron. Rip Haldoron. He's gone. He's dead. Haldoron.
Gone so soon.
I'm sure you know, okay?
My number one guy.
Yeah, Haldoron is the current Ranger General. So he would be first in line to, kind of repel this Void attack. He'd be like, I got it, get back, Zalitos, and Zali would be like, and snap him in half or something like that.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I don't think he has much time left in this world or in Azeroth.
Exactly. As such, because the entire kind of cinematic is just showing the Void coming and taking over the Sunwell and corrupting it, that means that the expansion in general starts, and the setup for the expansion is that the Sunwell has already been lost. Okay. There's no real gameplay defense of the Sunwell. Yeah. Maybe the pre-patch would just be, or the leading quests or whatever would just be going and rescuing survivors from the Isle of Keldanas and having to infiltrate and escape from the Void and stuff like that, kind of like with the Broken Shore.
Okay.
But essentially the setup for the expansion is that it's gone. Like there's a big, like maybe a void portal over it. You know, you can stand on the northern part of the Isle of Kel'Thalas and Silvermoon and look out at it.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a bit like, again, the Broken Isles, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, the void are there. And it's like, wow. And of course, that gives everyone an opportunity to gather in Silvermoon. The Horde and Alliance are going to be like, wow, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. And Silvermoon then is the natural staging post for an assault on the Sunwell, you see, to try and liberate it and try and rescue it. So that my idea then is like the opening of the expansion and the opening campaign of the expansion will be us kind of getting ready for this assault. And I think that the Sunwell will be the first raid of the expansion.
Oh, like reclaiming the Sunwell.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
nice.
So,
Nice, I like it.
People, yeah, exactly. One of the things we've always talked about is the idea of it being like the climax to the expansion. But I think that we're going to get it out of the way straight away. And then I literally have no idea where
we're going from there. Who knows?
Like, I'm kind of thinking that maybe, you know, we'll end up in the Void realm itself. Maybe Zereth Umbra, something like that. You know, like the Void equivalent of Zereth Mortis.
Does it have to be another Zereth?
I know.
Must it be?
Well, I mean, you know, like the Jailer, right?
Oh, right.
I mean, yes, my prediction is that they're going to redo the whole of Silvermoon. They're going to redo the whole of the Isle of Kel'Thalas.
Yes, please.
And, of course, of Kel'Danas as well.
Yeah.
But that means the Ghostlands. That means Eversong Woods. And, of course, none of that exists on the old world map at the moment. So my prediction is that, obviously, that will get added to the old world map. I don't think this is a controversial one. And it's going to be big. Like, way, way bigger than it is in the BC content.
It's going to have to be if we're going to be like dragon riding.
That's what I think.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they will be like the only leveling zones, but you know, I've got a feeling, you know, you can make them as big as you want. Just whack them on the map there. It's cool. They don't have to match up with the BC ones. They don't have to like fit over the top of them or anything. My prediction is that like to access the BC zones, you'll still go through the portal that you have to go through now.
Okay.
And that's how you'll get to them. Exact same way, nothing changes, right? But also now it all exists in the old world as well, and it's much bigger, obviously modern, lovely, brilliant. And as such, I don't think there'll be that much kind of Void stuff going on in like Eversong Woods.
I hope not. I think we're going to need a little respite from the Void. Yeah,
totally. And you'll be able to see it going on the Isle of Kel'Danas. That's the thing. So yeah, like this idea that we are getting ready to stage the assault sort of thing.
I like it.
So that prediction, it'll be huge. We like big stuff. And as far as Silvermoon itself goes, my prediction is that yes, it's a cross-faction hub, as in Horde and Alliance will both use it as their hub city.
Right. I can see this. I could possibly see this going down.
Okay. That's quite fence city of you, Evie.
It is, because I can see like diehard Hordes, you know, they lose Haldron and now they're like, what? Now this is a cross-faction city? At the same time, it makes sense, like narratively, and I think it would be cool, especially if it's revamped. Like we got to spend some time in there, right?
Yeah. Well, I think so too. And like, you know, walking around Silvermoon, as I've been doing quite a lot, kind of scoping it out for my predictions and things like that. Of course, there is that whole demolished western half of Silvermoon City where the Scar goes through and stuff like that, which is like there's nothing there. It's this big open space, and you know, it would be a perfect player housing neighborhood, but I think it's probably a bit too soon for that. So my prediction at the moment is that part of the part of the city, or at least some of it, is going to be the Alliance part of the hub. And maybe they haven't even rebuilt it yet. Maybe they have rebuilt it. Maybe there'll be like Alliance tents and stuff like that around there. Or maybe the Alliance hub will be there, but will actually be the Vindicar.
Oh, just like parked.
Yeah. So like when you look at the map of the western half of Silvermoon right now, there's a big like shield, which is also kind of the shape of the Vindicar. So if I was a WoW dev, I would be very tempted to, on the map, on the new map, replace that shield, which is so iconic and which everyone knows, with a Vindicar in the same kind of shape, because I just think it would be kind of neat. This prediction's a little bit left field, okay? I think it's probably more likely.
I like it.
It's more likely that it's just been rebuilt and it's just a cool extra part of the city and stuff like that. I kind of hope it is in a way. But I also kind of like just how ballsy it would be. Jailer comes on. They land a Vindicar in Silvermoon. It would just be kind of ballsy to have like the Vindicar parked up in Silvermoon. And I think you could have a lot of, you know, you talk about how upset the Horde would be about that. But I feel like you could have a lot of cool drama and story around that.
You could have a lot of fun
about
development.
those tensions.
I agree. It's kind of a good setting, and it's a good way to kind of get some story going.
So yeah, Vindikar with maybe a little tent city outside and sort of rebuilt parts of the west there as well. That's my prediction for that. Another prediction I have about Silvermoon, and indeed Eversong Woods, and indeed all of Thalas in general is initially no flying.
Oh, I mean, that makes sense.
Really?
Yeah, I'm on board. Because you need that like in-depth, I've just started an expansion feeling where you're like exploring and getting to know these places again.
Well, my thinking is, right, it was the right thing to do to have flying from the beginning of Dragonflight. It was the right thing to do to have flying from the beginning of The War Within.
Absolutely.
And I think maybe the player base is ready now to do the leveling campaign at the beginning of the expansion on ground mounts.
On foot, yeah.
Yeah, on foot. I would be in favor of it with a very specific caveat. And that caveat is, as soon as I finish the campaign, I'm allowed to fly.
Okay.
So I'd have to wait for a new patch or anything like that.
Yes.
Certainly not like 0.1 or anything like that.
I like that. I think time gating flying would be a disaster and would not feel good. But yeah, I think you struck the right balance there, where you don't have it at first, but you earn it as a reward organically and naturally after the campaign. At
most, after the epilogue of the campaign, the week after the raid launches.
Sure,
right? So maybe it's like the skies are clear and there's no void worms going to meet you and stuff, and then you can fly around. But that would be my caveat. But with that in mind, I would absolutely be in favor of no flying. I would love to quest in Eversong Woods and enjoy those immaculate BC vibes.
I like it.
I'm also predicting a return of Stratholme.
Oh.
You know?
Fun.
Look, the way I see it is Stratholme has basically been burning since before WoW even began. WoW launched and day one, that shit was on fire, okay? And you can't get there. There's a space on the map for it. It's next to all the zones that are getting redone, I think. So it's probably time for Stratholme to be redone. I think it'll be like a dungeon or a raid or just maybe a questing zone. Maybe the whole city could be a questing zone. And
sure,
again, it's been rebuilt. You can make it as big or as small as you want.
Just bring it back in some way.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I think it'd be really cool.
Why not?
My only request would be, please no Arthur's flashbacks in there. I don't want any Arthur's.
I think we're done with those.
Well, that's what I hope.
He's just a wisp now, right?
Yeah. This one's a bit more left field. I'm not sure if it will happen, but I just like the idea if we're doing Keldanas and all the Silvermoon stuff.
Yeah.
Blood Mist Isle as well.
Oh, of course, it has to be there.
I think players associate those two, even though they're literally different sides of the world.
Oh, they're the same to me.
Yeah. They associate it together. I
Absolutely.
just think,
revamped?
Yeah.
Shiny?
Maybe.
Nice?
I think people would be, if that was even
new trees?
Yeah, within reason. And that's one of my big fears about Eversong Woods and stuff as well. It's you have to upgrade it, you have to up-res it, but you don't want to lose the magic, you know? I'm betting on a forest troll dungeon. They're there. The remains of the Amani Empire are all there. Lots of, a lot of tension, a potential for cool story there. And, all the best expansions have a troll raid, right? I don't think we're getting a troll raid, but I think we'll get a troll dungeon.
I think we are, and I think people are thirsting for some troll content by now.
Me too. And you know what?
I am.
Those forest trolls, they're the big, chunky trolls, right? They're really cool. Maybe that could be like a customization that you unlock or something like that.
Please.
I'd be up for that.
Yeah.
I'm adding that prediction onto the forest troll dungeon.
Stick it on there.
Now I've got some predictions for gameplay systems and things that get introduced.
Okay, let's hear them.
I'm predicting a third hero talent tree for each spec.
Okay.
So that's not replacing them.
Yeah.
So they all have two, but they've got new ones.
Yeah.
I'm betting on a literal third.
All right.
It just seems like the most obvious way to upgrade the system and expand on the system, right?
I guess so. And
you don't sound convinced.
Which one? Where would they overlap? Because the ones that we have now currently kind of neatly overlap between specs.
Yes,
so,
they do, don't they?
So where would that third one go? Maybe it's one that any spec could use.
Oh, universal.
Yeah, just the worst.
The idea now.
No, I'm not.
I've sold you on the third hero talent. Do you know what? Now I've written it down. Now I look at it. Yeah, you're right. It's not a very good idea, is it? I suspect there won't be a new class until Last Titan.
Oh, I really want one.
I'm going to go out there, and we want Midnight to be a great expansion, and good expansions have new classes.
They do.
That's a fact. So I'm going to make. So I filled up a couple of different squares here with different predictions.
Okay.
For the new class.
I want to see them all.
My first prediction is Tinker.
Okay, cool. Yes.
I just think it would be so easy. We've got a whole video on this.
Yeah.
You could put a couple of whole videos on it actually. It'll slot in super easy. They're helping rebuild Silvermoon.
Yeah.
And then the Void is attacking, so they all get repurposed, and now they have to fight the Void. It's like, yo, you guys got big machines.
Yeah.
We need you, and the foreman or whatever, who's going to end up being the class leader or whatever. He's like, yeah. And then we decide to use our machines to fight the Void instead.
It's
We'll
perfect.
get back to rebuilding Silvermoon later. It's fine.
Get your mechanomes out. Get your overcharged delve mount out.
So
Like,
cool.
it makes sense.
It's the kind of new class you could slot into any expansion.
Well,
no
that's the
problem at
thing.
all. Why not this one? Well, why not this one? Well, maybe because instead of Tinker, we're getting Bard.
Okay, if I have to pick one,
me too.
it's going to be Bard. like you say, Tinker can go anywhere. Tinker can go in literally any expansion. They could like retroactively chuck it into one.
Yeah.
But Bard, I love that. I'm kind of a fan of your theory of the whole like Radiant song.
Not my theory, but I'm into it.
Yeah,
100%.
I like it.
Like
yes.
I say, we've got a whole video where we kind of speculate what that would be like.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not Bard or Tinker. Maybe it's Spellbreaker. And here's the thing. I'm
right.
using Spellbreaker as a catch-all term for like a Blood Elf themed class.
Ooh.
Spellbreakers are a very like specifically Blood Elf thing.
Yes.
And what have you. So I don't know, maybe it would be like Blood Sentinel or something like that. Or like,
Yeah.
but what I'm doing here is I'm putting it as like a very specifically Blood Elf themed class. I know which one you want, but which one do you think is the most likely?
I mean, the Spellbreaker is going to have to be it, right?
Yeah, as soon as I wrote it down, I was like...
It's elves, it's blood elves, this expansion.
They do like making it kind of based around the hub, don't they?
do.
So, yeah, I think that's most likely. But that's not it for the new class predictions, Evie. I really, really covered my ass on this one, because maybe they're going to do the thing that I've wanted them to do basically forever, okay? And I don't actually think this is going to happen, but I've got to keep putting it into every prediction now, from now on in, until like literally the day I die, because the day I don't put it in a prediction, it'll happen and I wouldn't have predicted it and it'll look really stupid. So I'm going to put in class skins. Class skins, the idea that, the classes themselves don't change, but maybe there's like a glyph or a green fire quest or something that you can go on that for specific kind of like class race combinations can change how that class looks. The classic example would be the Night Elf Priestess of the Moon, right? Like Night Elf priests don't use the light, they use like astral stuff, they use like like starry stuff. So it would be like a skin basically that would change all their spell icons and all their spell effects from light stuff into kind of more balanced druidy like astral stuff, that kind of thing, right? Green fire quest, but for like lots of different classes.
Yeah, and I'm kind of with you. This is like a perennial constant dream of mine. So I think basically until it happens, it's going to go on a bingo card.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yes, absolutely.
I
think
want
that's definitely going to happen. 100%. That's almost a free square.
Oh, yeah.
I think that one. Okay, and now we're going to move into some player housing predictions.
Ooh,
okay, because
yes.
I think there's still some speculation and predictions to be made about player housing. I think there will be more unveiled about player housing. Mm-hmm. So my first prediction for player housing is something that we've all been asking for, something that we've all been hoping for, something that they have been kind of like non-committal on thus far.
Not
Town
really.
halls.
Ooh.
A shared public space in a neighborhood. So, for example, like an inn or a tavern.
Absolutely.
Or which would then be like a de facto guild hall in guild neighborhoods, community space and community neighborhoods, stuff like that.
I think that's like a given. That has to happen.
Is it given?
It is a
Wait, you
given.
think this is definitely going to happen as well?
I think it's definitely happening. I think because from what we've heard, there are loads of community elements happening. So there has to be kind of like a community hub space.
Yeah, well, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, there we are. I'm glad you agree. Fantastic. Easy. There you go, Jesse. Make it happen. Also on player housing, something that I'm hoping will be revealed. Mm-hmm. This is more hope than a real prediction, to be honest. Racial exterior themes. And what I mean by this is, at the moment, we've got our Horde neighborhood. We've got our Alliance neighborhood. The Horde neighborhood is very orky, really, and the Alliance buildings are very human-y, which makes sense. It's Elwyn Forest, it's the Badlands, stuff like that. But there have been just glimpses in the background of some of the footage that there are more Night Elfy type options in the Alliance neighborhood.
I've seen those.
And more Blood Elfy options in the Horde neighborhood, but we've had nothing concrete, nothing even more than a fleeting glimpse, to be honest. Certainly nothing committal. So I'm hoping that this will be one of the things that's revealed in like some kind of panel or like deep dive or what's next or something like that. Probably not in the trailer, maybe in the gameplay trailer though, of, like full-on exterior customization for our houses, which will hopefully include, I want a night elf house. I want a gnome kind of tinkery looking house. I want, something like that. I want a Nightborn house from the outside,
Yeah.
How likely do you think that is?
I think that's like the town hall. I think it's extremely likely because we've had glimpses of it. And we know that there's a desire to keep player housing as appealing to as many people as possible.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Imagine being a blood elf with a beautiful in blood elf interior and an orky exterior.
Yeah.
Come on.
More gameplay features. Obviously, we think delves are going to come back. I think there'll be a full suite of delves. But that's going to mean a new delve companion. And I'm going left field on this one, right?
Okay.
I thought about, Lorthamar, Liadrin, someone like that, but I have actually gone for Salandria. Do you know who Salandria is?
She's the little girl, right?
Yes!
She's a little girl who they're gotta keep an eye on her and maybe kill her.
Absolutely. So if you've ever done Orphans Week on the Horde side, there's a blood elf little girl called Salandria. And during the course of your adventures, you come across a bunch of bronze dragons, and they take one look at her and they're like, whoa, it's this girl. We gotta kill her before she grows up. She's bad news. And obviously that doesn't happen. And she has since grown up. She's in the Silvermoon forces, and she's all ready to fight. She will probably feature to some degree in Midnight Beyond Delves, even if I'm completely wrong about this. She's just there now. She's a character. Orphan Week, we were leading her around and taking her on adventure. But if she's our delve companion, it's like she's taking us on adventures through the delves. And it's come full circle.
I like it.
I just think it'd be really cool. And personality-wise, she could be kind of the opposite of Bran. She wouldn't be bumbling. She wouldn't be silly. But she could be massively uber-confident.
Yeah, just way overconfident.
Yeah, really aggressively overconfident and kind of talk down to us a little bit. So she'd be like, don't stand there, you idiot. Stuff like that,
Please, yes.
I think that'd be really, really cool.
I think it'd be a nice change from Bran,
Yeah, totally. Now I want to move on to some predictions about characters. Okay, so I think either as part of the cinematic reveal or the gameplay trailer or some kind of slide in a deep dive, but I feel like it's almost impossible that we're not going to get, oh my god, anime Arator so hot. So
again,
Arator, Taliesin and Eleria's son, we haven't seen him since the Vindicar in Legion, and he was still using his TBC model then. That dude is due a massive glow up. We know that he's going to be a part of the expansion. He's been in a short story in the build up to it.
He's got sexy tattoos, right?
Oh my god!
He's got sexy tattoos on each arm.
We've seen the image from the upcoming book, the prequel novel.
Yes.
Exactly. So assuming he doesn't die in that, which I don't know, man. Can you imagine if he was in the cinematic reveal with those tattoos and stuff the light and the void?
When you say, so you don't mean an actual anime of Arator, you just mean
I just mean he's a blood elf. He's kind of naturally a bit anime, right?
Yeah, you can't, slightly pointy features.
You know how the key art of the dragon aspects came out. And it was
dude.
Oh my god, anime dragon aspects so hot.
Yes,
that but with Arator, right?
Okay, yes. You're just talking about vibes here.
This is akin to my grizzled bearded Anduin prediction for what became the War Within reveal. So it's that version of that, but instead of being grizzled and bearded, he's just so hot in a very twinky anime way.
I'm in.
Okay, I'm putting another rip in there as a character prediction. I'd be surprised if we found this out in the reveals, but I'm going to put it in there.
Okay.
Rip Taliesin.
No, not my guy.
He's so perfect, isn't he?
He's so beautiful.
He's so
I saw a whole
He's good dad. He's good husband.
Yeah, I saw
which is why he got me dead.
Of people just talking about how hot he is and perfect and beautiful, and And
you know why, Evie?
Is it because Illyria's going to touch him?
It's because of Blizzard's war on men. This sounds a bit left field, but I think it's going to happen at some point in the cinematic or the presentation or something like that. Probably more likely a presentation or maybe a gameplay trailer at the end.
Okay.
I am expecting a Sylvanas tease.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It would be too much.
Just a little one.
Wait, the jailer and Sylvanas.
Jailer's a fake. Look at the bingo card.
Oh, you're right. Okay,
but you know what's not a fake? Sylvanas Windrunner returning from the moor. It's definitely going to happen. I can't see it not happening. And like I say, I think the raid on the Sunwell is going to be the first raid. So it would make sense that she appears then to kind of like join the attack, defend it, stuff like that. So I think it's going to happen in the beginning part of the expansion. Just a tease, maybe just a foot, like the sound of a portal and like a foot treading onto like the pristine Eversongwood ground. And it's dark and it's moory and it's like, what do you think?
And she has to come home, right?
Yeah. Or like you have the whole gameplay trailer and it's like dun 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 defend dun, 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 dun. And then it just cuts to Sylvanas and Nathanos standing like that. You're like, let's shit up. What do you think?
Don't make me be on Nathanos' side.
Are you ready for my final prediction?
Yes, please.
About the Gamescom Midnight trailer and reveal.
Yes, let's see it.
And this is the one I'm most confident on, apart from anything.
Oh.
This is the big one. Are you ready?
Give me the big one.
No Haranir anywhere to be seen at all.
No.
Nope. Sorry, dudes.
Really?
Yeah, look. I don't think the Haranir have been cut or anything like that. I find it quite funny when people say that.
We've had this conversation.
Yeah, it's like, well, do you know how stories work? It's it's fine.
Okay.
They're still in it. Don't worry. Like the Haranir are going to be big, but
not right now.
I don't think they can be big until Last Titan.
Not in Midnight.
I feel like their little underground zone and stuff, and it's gonna be near the world soul or whatever, and it's gonna be like so. Yeah, my thinking is that as you might expect, from my mind, something based around Silvermoon and all that stuff. Yeah,
no time for
shit.
Haranir.
There's not gonna be Haranir anywhere, and I think people are gonna go nuts. I think people are gonna be like, "Where are the Haranir?"
Understandably so. They're pretty cool. Okay, but they are coming in the future.
Yeah, of course they are. I hope
so.
I feel like they're one, and they're still going to be a playable race at some point.
Okay,
but like
going to the Rootlands,
right? Like yeah, totally. So I've promised you all of that. Don't worry, it's going to happen.
Okay.
Now I've got to ask you, Evie. I want you to choose one line, like diagonal, vertical, or horizontal.
Okay.
That you think is the most likely to be a bingo. But I'm going to throw a little twist in there for you.
Okay.
I'm going to let you swap around one square.
What?
To make it more likely if you think it's going to be a bingo.
Okay. I'm going to choose, I think, G.
Okay. And which square do you want to swap out?
I'm going to swap out Tinker for Bard. Because that's what I want.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah?
We can do that.
That's my dream.
Yeah, sure.
No Jailer League. Kel'Thalas is big.
All right.
I don't really care about Stratholme, but it's fine. Okay. Erator, hot, and a Bard class. That's what I want.
Great. So just for the record, this is your prediction bingo. Like, I win every time one of these comes true.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But, for you, the Jailer Leak is fake. Are you sure about that?
In my heart, I think it's definitely fake.
I'm gonna be so smug when that's fake. Honestly, you weren't on stream with me the other day. People were like,
do they think it's real?
Yeah, loads of people think it's real. Like the same way everyone thought like Avaloran was real, and everyone thought like the Stormwind dock thing was real. Yeah. You think Kel'Thalas is new and big. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty vague one that I You think there's going to be a Bard class. You think Stratholme is back. And of course, Anime Arator is so hot. Hey, you know what? I've seen worse ones.
Yeah, and I didn't even choose the one with the free space. Okay. Because I want to make it hard for myself.
So now, all that remains is for me to hand it over to you, dear viewer. You are playing for a Epic Edition Midnight pre-order.
Oh!
Right, we will gift it to you. So in the comments below, I would like you to, it's a letter, so you probably have to write something as well, because otherwise the algorithm will probably think it's spam. Okay?
Yeah.
So write like something like, my prediction is, and then give the row that you think it is. I'm just going to move your camera a tiny bit there so people can see the names of all the rows.
Yes.
F is the diagonal that way.
Yeah.
L is the diagonal that way. Yeah, let us know in the comments below which row you think is the bingo.
Yeah.
And if any bingos happen, which I mean, presume I think there's gonna be like 3 or 4.
I think there are gonna be multiple bingo possibilities.
The chances of you getting entered into the draw for a Midnight pre-order are high, but we will gift you as soon as they're available. We'll pick the winner, and then as soon as it's available, we will gift you the Midnight pre-order. We will see you for the podcast live from the Blizzard stage in Gamescom,
Can't wait.
where we will go over this after the announcements has happened and find
Yes, we will.
out how many bingos I got.
Yep, boom.
We will see you there. If you like this video, don't thank us. Thank our patrons who still give us all their real life money. Not all their money.
No.
Well, maybe they do. They give us some of their real life money to make all of our work happen.
Thank you,
and
guys.
Patrons, yes, seriously, sincerely, thank you. Because without you, there would be a whole lot less Taliesin and Evitel. If you didn't like it, downvote the shit out of it. Remember, my name is Halderon.
Oh.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. No, my name is Taliesin. From me.
And me, Evitel.
Until next time, cheerio.